Hey folks, Gway. Today we're going to talk about the supply chain and how it's going to impact our Christmas. Now, just for the record, right off the bat, Bo did a great video. Bo, the fifth column, did a great video the other day about the supply chain. 5 minutes, wonderful introductory video about how supply and demand works and how the supply chain actually is going to impact us. I recommend you check it out. I'll pin it in the comments. While I'm talking about Bo, if you're listening, I don't ask my subscribers to go onto your live events and asking you when we're going to do some sort of cooperative video. I don't ask them to go on there and ask questions to you about me, but I laugh when I see that. I'm always really flattered. Yeah, flattered when I see that. Anyway, supply chain and Christmas. So in the media, one of the things that I'm hearing a great deal of, and maybe it's just because of my ears. My ears are picking up certain theological words, certain Christian words. They're not just telling us how the supply chain is going to cause prices to go up, or how those prices are going to go up, or the justification for why some of those prices going up. I'm sure there is justification, and I'm also certain that there is no justification for some of the price rise, for some of the price increases. But what I hear is how the supply chain crisis, the supply chain fiasco, is going to cause us to have a more expensive Christmas. i.e., we're going to pay more for the gifts we buy our friends, our family, our children, and our grandchildren. So you got to get ready for it. We got to get ready to spend more money than maybe we wanted to for the same amount of stuff. What I'm about to say isn't going to sound new to anybody. But this isn't what Christmas is about at all. And yes, before you hit send on that comment, Jesus was not born on December 25th. He was born sometime in the spring. Yeah, I'm with you there. And we'll do a video about that another day if there's some questions about it. But this is the feast day we celebrate. This is the day we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. It's the day that the pagan peoples would celebrate the solstice. And regardless of whether we're looking at this from the Christian perspective, or we're looking at this from the pagan perspective, or we're looking at this really from any religious perspective, any world religion that celebrates during this season. You think about the Muslims have a holiday here, and so do the Jewish people. None of these holidays, none of these feast days, none of these festivals were supposed to be about what they've become to be about. None of them were supposed to be stress-inducing. None of them were supposed to cause us anxiety. None of them were supposed to cause us worry. None of them were supposed to force us into a place of debt in order to make sure that our kids have enough under the tree. We weren't supposed to scratch our head and have, be sick to our stomach because I'm not sure if I got them enough. Did I get them the right thing? Did I get them the stuff that's stylish? Did I get them the things that their friends are going to like? Did I get enough for my family that it shows them that I love them as much as some other father or some other mother loves their kids? Are we able to keep up with the Joneses in this moment? Is this truly going to be a festive, wonderful holiday? Right? Christmas has become this orgy of consumerism. And I mean that. And I know it sounds gross, but I mean it. It's become this thing where we build up all this anticipatory energy in these gifts, and we put them under the tree, and they're all there, and we spend all this money, and we do all this financial judo in order to pull it off. And it's over in 30 minutes. Right? The kids tear through stuff, and it's over in like 30 minutes. It's this, we gorge ourselves in those 30 minutes, but it takes us a year to either prepare or to recover. It's become really kind of gross in that regard. But Christmas was never meant to be that. It's always, again, regardless of your religious affiliation or your faith, the holiday season that Christians know as Christmas was never supposed to cause us pain. It was never supposed to cause us anxiety. It was supposed to bring us together. It was supposed to bring us together. It was supposed to give us an opportunity to celebrate and to be joyful, to feast, to share what we have with the people around us. Everything about that season is about community. It's about love. It's about charity. It's about mercy. And all of those things are supposed to help our faith grow so that we may grow closer to our Creator. So when I hear the media tell us that, well, be prepared to spend more money on Christmas, I think, no, let's not do that. Let's not go down that path. Let's reject that concept. Yeah, it's great that you buy your friends and your family and your kids and your grandkids some gifts. I would never tell you to deny anybody. I would never tell you to deny yourself of the joy of seeing someone open a gift, someone receive something that you've put a great deal of thought into. But I would say that let's focus on quality rather than quantity. Instead of buying thousands of dollars worth of gifts, let's invest in moments. Let's invest in experiences. Let's invest in our families in a way that helps them to learn how to invest in others, how to give to others. Let's offer them things that won't last a season or 2 seasons, but last a lifetime. A memory, a skill, knowledge. There's lots of ways we can do this without hitting up major department stores. There's lots of ways we can give gifts to people without taking on debt to provide more wealth to billionaires who are desperately trying to launch themselves into space. There are lots of ways for us to give really valuable, meaningful, important gifts to those people that we love and to people we don't even know without taking on financial strain and stress. It's been a long time since I've asked for this. I have some ideas about how to do this, but I think today I want you to tell me in the comments how we can go about giving gifts to our friends and to our family, to our children, to our grandchildren, to the people in our neighborhoods, to the people around us. How can we go about giving gifts in new and creative ways that does not require us to find ourselves under a mountain of debt or giving up so much of our financial health in order to do it? May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that Christmas, Hanukkah, Eid, the solstice, and whatever other name we might put on this holiday season, I pray that it would be for you and I what it was always intended to be. Then while we're in it, while we're walking through it, and when it ends, we find ourselves all closer to the one who created us, the one who loves us, the one who desires us. Amen. Numultus.